In the annals of unexplained disappearances, few cases are as perplexing as that of Steven Kubacki, a 23-year-old college student who vanished without a trace in February 1978 while cross-country skiing near Lake Michigan. His sudden disappearance, coupled with his inexplicable reappearance 15 months later in Massachusetts with no memory of the intervening time, has baffled investigators, researchers, and enthusiasts of the unexplained for decades. The case bears striking similarities to other mysterious vanishings, such as that of Ronald Tammen, and has fueled speculation about everything from psychological phenomena to government conspiracies like MK Ultra. Steven Kubacki was a student at Hope College in Holland, Michigan, known for its proximity to the shores of Lake Michigan. An avid outdoorsman, Kubacki was no stranger to physical challenges and was well prepared for a cross-country skiing trip in the winter of 1978. On the 20th of February, he set out alone to ski in the area near the Saugatuck Dunes, a scenic region along the lake known for its rolling dunes and forested trails. The weather was cold but typical for a Michigan winter, and Kubacki was equipped with appropriate gear, including skis, a backpack, and winter clothing. When Kubacki failed to return, concern quickly mounted. Friends and family alerted authorities, and a search was launched. Searchers soon discovered Kubacki's belongings scattered along the shore of Lake Michigan, near the edge of the ice. His skis, poles, and backpack were found abandoned, but there was no sign of Kubacki himself. The scene was eerie. The items were intact, suggesting they had not been discarded in a struggle, yet there were no footprints or other clues to indicate where Kubacki had gone. The ice near the shore was thin in places, leading some to speculate that he might have fallen through into the frigid waters of Lake Michigan. However, extensive searches by divers and Coast Guard teams found no body, and the lack of definitive evidence left investigators puzzled. The discovery of Kubacki's belongings near the lake sparked immediate questions. Why would a capable skier abandon his equipment? Had he encountered an accident, or was something more unusual at play? The absence of footprints or signs of a struggle ruled out a straightforward explanation, and the fact that his gear was found near the water's edge but not in the water itself deepened the mystery. For the next 15 months, Kubacki's whereabouts remained unknown, and his case joined the ranks of other unsolved disappearances in the region. In May 1979, 15 months after his disappearance, Steven Kubacki reappeared as suddenly and inexplicably as he had vanished. He showed up in Pittsfield, Massachusetts, over 700 miles from where he was last seen. According to reports, Kubacki awoke in a meadow with no recollection of how he had gotten there or what had happened in the intervening months. He was wearing unfamiliar clothing and carrying a backpack filled with items he did not recognize. Even more bizarrely, he claimed to have no memory of the past year and a quarter, a gap that left both him and those around him grasping for answers. Kubacki's reappearance was as confounding as his disappearance. He was in good physical health, with no signs of malnutrition, injury, or exposure, despite having been missing for over a year. He could not account for his journey from Michigan to Massachusetts, or explain why he was found so far from his last known location. His lack of memory fueled speculation and invited comparisons to other cases involving amnesia or unexplained absences. Authorities and family members were relieved by his return but frustrated by the lack of answers. Kubacki himself was reportedly shaken by the experience and offered little insight into what had happened. The Kubacki case bears notable similarities to the disappearance of Ronald Tammen, a 19-year-old student at Miami University in Ohio who vanished in 1953 under equally mysterious circumstances. Like Kubacki, Tammen was a college-aged man with an academic background who disappeared without a clear explanation. Tammen left his dorm room one evening, leaving behind his belongings, including his wallet and keys, and was never seen again. Both cases involve young men who vanished abruptly, leaving behind personal items that suggested they had not planned to disappear. Additionally, both cases have sparked speculation about psychological or external forces at play, including theories of memory loss or manipulation. The parallels between Kubacki and Tammen extend beyond their demographic similarities. Both cases occurred in the Midwest, in areas not far from large bodies of water. The absence of clear evidence such as signs of foul play, accidents, or deliberate abandonment has kept both cases in the realm of the unexplained. While Tammen never reappeared, Kubacki's return with no memory of his absence adds a layer of intrigue that mirrors the mind wipe speculation often associated with Tammen's case. These similarities have led some researchers to wonder if the two cases might be connected to a broader phenomenon. 1. Accidental amnesia, or fugue state. One of the more conventional theories is that Kubacki experienced a dissociative fugue state, a rare psychological condition in which an individual loses their sense of identity and wanders away from their life, often with no memory of the episode. This could explain his sudden disappearance and his inability to recall the 15 months he was missing. However, fugue states typically last hours or days, not over a year, and Kubacki's good physical condition upon reappearance raises questions about how he survived for so long without apparent distress. 2. Abduction or foul play. Some have speculated that Kubacki was abducted either by individuals or, in more fringe theories, by extraterrestrial beings. The lack of evidence of a struggle near his belongings makes a violent abduction unlikely, but the possibility of a non-violent encounter cannot be entirely ruled out. The idea of extraterrestrial involvement, while far-fetched, has been fueled by the case's similarities to other missing time incidents reported in UFO lore. However, no credible evidence supports this theory. 3. MK-Ultra or government experimentation. One of the more provocative theories links Kubacki's disappearance to MK-Ultra, a CIA program that conducted experiments on mind control and behavior modification in the mid-20th century. Proponents of this theory point to Kubacki's memory loss and the era's proximity to the height of MK-Ultra activities as potential evidence. The program, which was officially discontinued in the 1970s, involved unethical experiments on unwitting subjects, including the use of drugs and psychological techniques to alter memory and behavior. While intriguing, this theory remains speculative, as no direct evidence ties Kubacki's case to MK-Ultra. 4. Environmental or paranormal phenomena. The proximity of Kubacki's disappearance to Lake Michigan has led some to propose environmental or paranormal explanations, such as a vortex or portal that transported him to Massachusetts. This theory aligns with other cases in the Great Lakes region, where unexplained disappearances have been attributed to mysterious forces. However, such ideas lack scientific grounding and rely heavily on anecdotal accounts. 5. Intentional disappearance. Another possibility is that Kubacki chose to disappear for personal reasons, perhaps to escape stress or obligations. However, his reappearance in an unfamiliar location with no memory undermines this theory, as does his apparent confusion and lack of explanation for the missing time. The Steven Kubacki case captivates due to its baffling elements: his sudden disappearance, abandoned belongings, reappearance 15 months later in Massachusetts, and total memory loss. Its similarities to cases like Ronald Tammen's fuel speculation about broader mysteries, the 1970s cultural fascination with conspiracies, UFOs, and psychological enigmas keeps the case alive. Whether rooted in psychology, conspiracy, or the unknown, the case remains a compelling enigma, highlighting the fragility of certainty.